Yeah, he's in. There we go.
Just, you know, he's got some talent. Cool, as the Hudson's Bay Eagles are here to host the Hockinson Hawks. I'm Jordan Ryan, joined by Nick Vole, as we're going to jump right into this basketball game. There was a little bit of a weird period where they went back into warm-ups, oddly, and whether or not they're going to do starting lineups or national anthem is still up in the air. So it's possible that I am not seeing any referees on the floor right now. They might be waiting for them.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. There are no referees, and that is almost certainly why they went into that extra warm-up period. I wonder if there's someone about to make an announcement, perhaps on this microphone.
So we'll stand by here.
That's it. No referees.
So apparently the game is being classified as a scrimmage because of the lack of officials.
We're going to treat it like a regular basketball game.
I mean,
we got the kids, we got the cameras, let's do it.
Let's basketball game. So we'll start this game off a little unorthodox. Hudson's Bay with the basketball. Inside out to Gordon. Miniweather will drive inside, and it's stolen by Clote. Inside, up and under, no good, and rebound to Garces Armstrong. Armstrong up top, skips out to David, who's facing pressure. Gordon finding a little daylight inside. Out to Garces Armstrong, long three, but put right back up.
Jory Gordon in the right place at the right time for that one, bounced right to him, easy bucket. That's 2-0 Hudson's Bay. Our score's going to come up here on your screen here in just a minute. In the meantime, 2-0 Hudson's Bay, 7 minutes
and
left.
Stolen by Gordon. Gordon feeds it inside in Miniweather. That's off, but he gets the rebound inside, and it's up and in. Another bucket for Gordon off the steal.
Opportunistic basketball from Hudson's Bay there.
So the Hawks looking to respond and get themselves on the board. Inside, nearly stolen by David. Rebound is into the hands of Greer, who nearly loses it. Garces Armstrong skips to David, long three, and he nails it.
That one definitely beyond high school three-point range, at least 4 feet behind the line on that one. Good form gets him that basket.
So Bay with an early 7-0 lead. Hawks can't respond. Rebound to Greer. Up top are the Hawks, or excuse me, the Eagles. Miniweather for three, that's an air ball. Rebound to Yort. Yort looks to take it himself inside, gets the bucket to go.
Wow, Yort is super quick. That was 5 steps from baseline to baseline almost, right to the basket.
And barely wasted any time there. A full one-man fast break. David works his way inside. David will try another three off the rim, and Coates will get the rebound. Drive inside again. Reverse is no good, but the rebound is right back to Finkline. Finkline will take it himself. Finkline with the board, or excuse me, the bucket.
Reverse layup there. Looked like Yort a moment ago, Clote a moment ago. Well, whoever shot that reverse layup, if they'd gone up with the left hand, they would have had it easy.
Yep.
They made it a little too hard for themselves. I think that was Yort.
Outside. Stolen. And Clote is with the ball. Pump fakes, and it's still blocked by David. So the Hawks will take it back outside. 3-point attempt. Leaves up an air ball. Gordon pushes it down the floor. Gordon inside. Contact. Obviously no whistle because there are no referees right now.
Players laughing about it because they're used to having a referee.
They're used to the whistle.
He was looking around like, hey, why didn't anybody call that? Oh, wait, I've got to call that. Now I think they're deciding how to handle this. Looks like they're going to check it up top. No free throws. That's funny.
So we're going to see a high school game where they'll check it up top or at least just take it out of bounds.
So 7-4 Eagles. Looks like our scoreboard graphic being worked on right now. So 7-4 Eagles with 4:36 left in the first period of this scrimmage.
Drive inside, nowhere to go. David up top. David, crossover. And nothing there. 15 seconds on the shot clock. David bounce pass to Gordon. Wide open for three. Off the back rim, Miniweather corrals the rebound. Gordon with another opportunity, drives, floats it out. And that is a nice shot there from Jalen Appelt.
Yeah, good ball movement there from Hudson's Bay, but Hockinson doing a really good job of closing out and getting in front of the offensive player, not giving him anywhere to drive inside, but Hudson's Bay adapting.
Stolen, Clote, can't get it to go, but rebound and put back from Finkline. Finkline with his second bucket of the game.
And that would have been a foul in a regular basketball game, but not tonight. You saw after the play there, Gordon picking Clote back up.
Steal and a slam in. There we go, a dunk right away from Kenyon Johnson.
We were talking before the game, who's going to dunk it tonight? He got the first one.
There you
we
go.
Got Gordon on the Hudson's Bay side has some hops, and obviously Kenyon Johnson does too.
So Johnson gets it up and slams it in. An authoritative first bucket for him. Inside, Miniweather floater, it's good.
Great pass from Gordon there. He draws the double team, finds a way to wrap it around the defender to a wide open teammate. Some good vision there.
Bay continues to press. Hockinson beats it pretty easily there. Up top is Clote. Hockinson working it around against the 1-2-2. In the corner to Pearson. Pearson. No cash on the shot there, and the shot clock goes off. That should not have happened there. So ball will go to Hudson's Bay, and looks like there will be a full 5-person sub, or at least 4 coming out of the game. I think Gordon being the only exception, number 10 for Hudson's Bay, remaining in the basketball game. So a mass sub there for Bay as they set it back up. Kick out. Up top, Gordon can't get it. That was the intended player. As Lagaiato turns it over.
Gonna make a skip pass like that, you really gotta whip it across and not leave it up in the air.
Inside, nearly stolen. Layup is up and in. And that is Lytle with the bucket.
Yeah, Tyler Lytle, the sophomore in the game.
Outside to Bay. Inside, Gordon. Layup is up and in, and Gordon has put together 6 points already.
Really soft touch inside from Gordon. That can be tough when that defender closes.
Stolen. Tough layup. Gordon there to put it up, but can't get it to fall. Second try, rolls out.
I just said he had a soft touch and he missed 2 layups in a row. That's my fault, Gordon. I jinxed you.
Well, they weren't necessarily bricks, but no bucket there for Bay. 44 seconds left in this first quarter. Kick out to Northrup. That 3 is good.
Nice, easy, in-rhythm shot there. Nobody really closing there in his face until it was too late.
So 14-13 Eagles. Gordon, floater. And there he goes. Right back into the rhythm as Gordon with an easy floater.
Yeah, and you don't see those 1-foot floaters that often in high school. That's sort of an old school shot, and good for him for having that in his bag.
Tough shot and a foul called as Lytle found some contact on that layup attempt there.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That would have been a foul in any referee game. I was almost worried for him there. He kind of took that hit and landed funny on his leg, but he's young and walked it off.
He's young and spry. 6 seconds left to go. Hockinson down by 3, 2, and a prayer of a shot will end the first quarter of a rather unorthodox game, but so far a close one.
Yeah, really entertaining first quarter. I mean, some threes, we saw a dunk, really good pressure defense. The ball moved around a lot. It was a really fast-paced game. So I think this game is going to go really quickly. You know, you're not going to have the timeouts. You're not going to have the free throws.
Exactly.
So, you know, we had a delay off the bat, but, you know, here's some highlights here.
And there's Isaiah David with his 3 there, and the dunk. We'll take a second look at that as Johnson slams it home. And a couple layups, some 3s from Hockinson overall. Not a bad first half for the Hawks, who they haven't won a game yet this season, and they've played against some solid teams, being Washougal and Fort Vancouver, losing by over 20 in both of those games.
And hey, you know, we are on Twitter, and you can see these Hudson's Bay cheerleaders. It's not a scrimmage for them, and it's not a scrimmage for us on Twitter, where we are. You can follow us at VPS Game Time. That was a real stretch as a segue there.
Yeah.
We're on VPS Game Time. Follow us. You'll get our schedule. We like to share lots of different news about the things happen in the prep scene in our area. We'll do highlights from our games, so give us a follow. We might just follow you back. Jordan, I'm pretty sure we follow you.
I think you do. I think I follow you right back as well. So
we'll see. Yeah,
it's mutual.
It's mutual.
Yeah, exactly.
We like to do it that way.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people who's like, I gotta have more followers than people I follow. You know, it seems silly.
Keep it humble.
Exactly. You know, it's all about that. So Gordon thought about a 3. He'll take baseline inside. Rebound is to Hockinson. The Hawks up top. 3-pointer from Winecoop. No good. Rebound to Gordon. Gordon tries to thread the needle and ends up turning the ball over, as Greer was the intended target.
I'm going to put that one on Greer, actually, though. Gordon had the right idea. Greer sort of stopped at the 3-point line. If he had taken 2 more steps towards the basket, he would have himself a layup.
Nevertheless, it's Hockinson ball, so they will reset up top. Still down by 3. Up top is Winecoop. Out to Yort, and I didn't catch what happened there.
Looked like it went off of a Hockinson player. The angle we're at, we can't quite see under that basket, so looks like it went off Hudson's Bay.
So Hockinson with 3 on the shot clock. Up, and Northrop with his second 3-pointer of the game. So tie ball game inside.
What a pass. Gordon threaded the needle there like we were talking about. This time his teammate ready for the ball, and that's an easy layup.
So Legaiter gets his first points. Inside. Nice pass, but Hawkinson's going to have to reset outside. Another 3-point attempt off the rim. Rebound to Winecoop. Skip pass. Inside drive. Nice kick, and that is Gumringer with the bucket off the beautiful assist from Lytle.
I mean, that's just classic basketball. Draw the extra defender and find the guy that defender left, and he scored an easy basket. That's Anthony Garces Armstrong with the 3.
So he gets his first field goal of the game. Eagles up 21-18. Wide open is Yort, and he drills it. 3 points for Yort. Gordon skip pass. Greer will try a 3. Rebound to Yort.
Got a little over-eager on that pass. Great job by the Hudson's Bay defender. That looked like Eddie Greer getting back and breaking up that pass.
So out of the game is Gordon and a myriad of other players as Will Jones opts to sub a lot, and I think Hockinson did as well. Stolen by Clote. And aggressive slap to the backboard won't stop the shot there from Clote as he gets 2 more to go off the steal.
These teams not looking like teams with losing records tonight, both playing crisp basketball.
Floater off the side of the backboard. Hockinson to push, or to slow it down, moreover. Hawks with their first lead of the night, 23-21. Bounce pass, doubled, layup, and a nice cut there as Finkline gets 2 more. David shoots a 3 from deep again, too strong. Rebound, Bay. Another 3-point attempt, and rebound right back to Finn. David up top against 2. Tough hanging layup, and he somehow gets it to go with the right hand.
That was incredible. I don't know how he got that. He shot that from his hip.
And he somehow got that one to fall. Hockinson looking for a response. Air ball, and Finn with another rebound. David leading the break. David spins, layup is up and in, and David with a beautiful move.
Yeah, that's a beauty for the highlight reel right there.
He made that one look too easy. Hockinson scores another layup, and they have been eating the Eagles up inside on the interior tonight. Lytle with the bucket. David looking to cook again. Stolen. Clote with the ball. Clote. Strong layup and another steal for him.
Hockinson in this man-to-man giving Hudson's Bay a tough time.
Manyweather struggling a little bit. Loses the ball on the way up. And the rebound goes to Johnson. So Hawks have a 4-point lead right now. Inside. Kick out for 3, that's off the top of the rim, but Johnson's able to get the rebound through traffic. Long 3. Johnson another rebound. Feeds it to Clote. Clote working that baseline. Behind the back pass, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure Isaac Finn got an assist on that one, the Hudson's Bay defender. I think that went off his leg. Looks like we got a timeout.
But a little razzle-dazzle.
Or not a timeout, a full-on substitution here. Well, you know, we got a word for an announcement. I don't think we have time for that because the game's going. They're not doing timeouts tonight, so I've prepared all these announcements to tell you about these great things that are happening in our school district, but they're moving too fast.
It's weird to have a game move this fast. That is agreed there. Manyweather will try a 3. Manyweather gets to go, and yet another assist for Gordon as Manyweather hits the triple. Three-point shot.
I'm curious how many of these razzle-dazzle plays would fly in a regular varsity game and not a scrimmage. We saw, you know, a 25-foot three-pointer and some behind-the-back passes.
On a spin move as well, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Rebound to Bay. In a tough spot there. Garcias Armstrong's able to pull it down. Garcias Armstrong drives inside. Loses it on the way up. There wasn't any contact. Hockinson will bring it.
I think he had a hard time deciding which hand to shoot that one with.
I think he wanted to shoot a jelly layup, if I'm going to be honest. Off the rim. Rebound Gordon. Gordon gets it to Greer. Thought about a 3. Greer will pass it all the way out to Garcias Armstrong. He hits a triple. He was at the red line.
Yeah, I mean, that's high school Dame Lillard range. You know what I mean? Not quite as deep as Dame Lillard, but high school Dame Lillard. That's a deep shot.
So that's his second 3 of the game. Inside. Straight up and a foul.
One thing I've noticed already between these two teams, they're calling their own fouls. They seem to be having pretty good camaraderie back and forth with it. Like nobody's getting mad about foul calls.
No.
They're having fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, you know, outlandish fouls, you know, not get called. Step back, off the backboard, Lytle.
Lytle's been impressive in his shift here. He didn't start the game, but he's made some impact plays.
Gordon kicks it out. Greer, three's too strong, and on the floor.
Lytle again.
Lytle's just all over it right now, but he turns it over to Gordon. And that will conclude the first half.
That's the half over already.
That went by in a flash. So right now we are taking a look at some second quarter highlights as we had a couple good ones here. There's a three-pointer by Yort. And the spin move there by David, just a beautiful play. And Finkline has been having a solid night so far, number 44 for the Hockinson Hawks. There's Manyweather with a three. And there's the deep three from Garces Armstrong. Yeah, this has been a pretty entertaining first half so far. And well, right now the Hawks lead over the hometown Eagles by 2 as we just pulled together a lightning quick first half.
Well, hey, normally at halftime we toss us some videos. We've only got 2.5 minutes. Let's do to the crew in the booth. Let's do announcement number 3 because we have some Employee Excellence Award winners. These are outstanding employees who are getting public recognition from our school board. They deserve the public shout out. Instead of going to a video, I'll talk. That's what I'm good at anyway. Well,
I mean, you're here to do it, so go ahead. Fire away. Be a professional.
All right. Sophie Avila and Ekaterina Walla, both interpreters, and Fawn McKay, Secretary of the Special Services Department, are being honored for their work informing non-English speaking families on the latest developments this year. Over at Fort Vancouver High School, Tori Hebert, a horticulture teacher, earned a nod for her work blending in-person and remote learning. Over at Columbia River High School, Gabe Bravo, the building operator, and Dion Graham, a custodial assistant there, are being honored for their diligent efforts to keep River sanitized for students, which has been extra important this year, obviously. Donna Eisinger, a senior dispatcher with transportation, was nominated for her problem solving and her excellent people skills. And finally, Lisa Woodruff is a paraeducator at Lincoln Elementary who earns high marks for thinking outside the box when it comes to helping kids. Congrats to all of these outstanding VPS staff members who are our May Employee Excellence Award winners. Of course, these award winners get recognition from the school board. So at the school board meeting, typically they would go there and get a plaque or a certificate. This year they just kind of get their pictures up like you see here, but it doesn't mean that their honor is any less impressive. I personally know at least a couple of these folks, and they do such a great job at the school sites. So congrats to them for doing such a great job serving kids.
Well, and they've completed our halftime report, so
yeah, they're playing basketball already.
Exactly, and we're back into it as it looks like we're just doing a second period. As you can see, the clock's up at 19 right now. Another shot up and in for Finkline, and that is his 10th point of the game. He's the high scorer for the Hawks right now as they lead by 4. David, skip pass outside. Garces Armstrong, no three.
These players getting less of a break than I take at the gym when I play.
I mean, they are subbing, but
true.
Garces Armstrong weaves. Little razzle-dazzle again on the layup as he gives a little up and under.
Yeah,
so
really great job using his body to protect the ball there. Kept it out away from him, used his body between him and the defender.
Bounce pass stolen by David. David with a 2-on-1. Shovel pass to Manyweather, and
Manyweather with some good hands there. That ball kind of flipped out of his hands funny, and Manyweather reached down and grabbed it with a lot of spin and corralled it. Now a steal here for Garces Armstrong.
And stolen right back by Johnson.
You know, if this is just an exhibition, at the end of this game, I want to see a dunk-off between some of these kids. We were watching them in warm-up. Some of them can really get up.
Yeah. Let him dunk. Yeah, let's. I'm not saying all-star game defense, but if somebody's fast breaks.
This is, and you know, if you put this on your reel, nobody knows. These college scouts don't know that this isn't a real game. You're wearing uniforms.
And they're not searching for referees. Johnson inside, shot clock goes off, so that's a turnover on the Hawks as they aren't able to get the clock up. Gordon up top. Garces Armstrong to Gordon, has all day to shoot the three, and he gets it to go. 3 points for Joey Gordon. And he's at 11 points for this ball game. The leading scorer for the Eagles. I nearly said the Hawks.
Battle of the Birds tonight.
So a block inside, Finkline. Can't get that to go, and Manyweather gets the rebound. Garces Armstrong to Greer for three. Air ball. Hawks push it up the floor, and no dunk.
That in a game would have been called foul with the body there, but nobody wants to call that a pickup.
And not a slam, but a lob to Manyweather off the beautiful pass from Joey Gordon. So Manyweather with the good hands again. Eagles lead by 5. And a little bit of stagnant offense there. 3 seconds. And the bounce goes to Yort. So Hawks down by 3. Garces Armstrong will try again. Not that time, but he does currently hold the game record for deepest 3 in this game.
He's got a beautiful release. The way he lets go of it high.
Johnson guarded by 2, turnover. Garces Armstrong pulls it together, and he turns the ball over on a sloppy pass.
Is this our first actual timeout of the game? Hockinson calling it?
It might be, and our first break.
First break. Well, shoot, I've got announcements. We've got all things.
We've got all kinds of things to talk about. Fire away. You go ahead.
I didn't hear which. Oh, there we go. Mask safety, guys. It is still important in our schools. You may have heard that Governor Jay Inslee has changed mask requirements for fully vaccinated adults after guidance from the Centers for Disease Control. It is important for families and staff to know that the new guidance does not apply to schools, students, and VPS employees, no matter their vaccination status. Jordan and I tonight, we are vaccinated. We are wearing masks because the rules at schools have not changed. So just remember that when you're in and around schools, we are still wearing masks for the safety of everyone. So just an important thing to bear in mind with these new rules.
Yeah, and it can be complicated from, business to business and indoor place to indoor place to figure out what the policy is there. So.
Well, we're consistent in our schools at least.
Yeah, good information there. Manyweather gets the rebound. Gordon with a one-on-one. Strong layup.
Whoa.
Can't get the touch, though. Three-pointer. High bounce. Rebound to Johnson. Pass is stolen by David. David inside. Nice layup there. And he made that one look too easy.
David is really smooth with that basketball. He's one of those guys, he doesn't look quick, but then all of a sudden he's past it. It's fun to watch. When I say he doesn't look quick, I mean he's extremely quick.
No,
but he's not herky-jerky. He just sort of glides but
he's not the type of person who you think is gonna just beat the brakes off of you. But he kicks into gear when he needs to, and he definitely moves well with the basketball, and we've seen that tonight between a move like that and spin move he had earlier and several other plays. And that pass is way off the mark as Lytle tried to do a little too much there. David Can't get that reverse to go. So Hockinson will pull down the basketball. Tandy to Lytle. Gets it out to Wynkoop, back to Lytle. Hockinson, not a lot of time left. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Tandy, he'll shoot the three over 2 defenders. David can't get the rebound over Hockinson. Fresh shot clock. Inside, fade away, that's off. Hockinson gets their second offensive rebound. And up top is Northrop. Hockinson looking for a bucket. Scoop inside, and that's up and good.
And that's the first time since they started the second period that I recall that we've seen Hockinson pierce that zone as they did in the second quarter. So Hudson's Bay doing a better job keeping him out, but not on that play.
Layup from David as he gets another one to go.
Also, Hudson's Bay looking more to get it inside offensively the second half, as opposed to some of those deeper jump shots. Looks like we saw a player get hit in the face.
Gordon with a fast break. He'll settle for the layup, and
yeah, Lytle on that last play for Hockinson, I think got a hand in the face and looked around for a call, like, where's the call? But I think he realized, oh yeah.
There's no call.
Yeah, he should have called it himself, I think. He did get hit in the face.
But the game continues to go on, so Hockinson looking for an opening here. Lytle thought about a three, step back three, or long two instead. Gets his own rebound. Lytle inside, and nobody's calling a foul, but after a couple putbacks, he's able to get it in.
Some good defense there from Caden Gonzalez, stayed in front of the man. I don't know if that would have been a foul even if the ref had been there. Gonzalez there kind of beat him to the spot and held his ground.
Eagles lead by 5 right now, and the clock continues to run even as the subs go in. So, again, very lax as far as the clock restrictions. Really the only limitation these players have at this point in the game is the shot clock. David, another long three.
Notice there's a Hockinson player wearing a different uniform than his teammates. My guess is he's a JV player who's getting some action here for the varsity team. And if that's correct, it's Igor Pavazniak. We did not get a pronuncier on his name, so we weren't expecting to see him in action tonight.
Yeah, I was a little confused. There's 2 number 21s into the game now.
Pretty sure that's Pavazniak.
Ball tipped out and will be Hockinson basketball. There's all of 1 second left on the shot clock, so it's going to have to be a catch and heave. That's stolen right away by Greer. Greer gets it to Garces Armstrong. Layup is good. So Greer with a steal and an assist. And Armstrong with his, Garces Armstrong with his 10th point of the game. Crossover, inside, floater to Tandy. Nothing, and the Eagles will push. Three-pointer to Garces Armstrong. No cash, and a weird handoff and layup ends up in the hands of Andre Northrop, who puts it in for 2. That's
yeah, a little bit of a lucky bounce there for Hockinson.
David. Soft floater, but not soft enough to fall in. So another rebound for Lytle. Eagles still up by 5. And up top is Lytle. Kick out to Northrop. Inside, stolen by David. And there's that speed again. David takes the contact and finishes with the left.
Kind of used his body to lean into the defender to create the space to get the shot off.
David with 13.
Looks like we're going to have a line change coming up for both teams after this play. Or next dead ball, rather.
David in the front court again, skips out to Garces Armstrong. There's a triple, his third of the game.
I love how these teams are really doing some basic basketball stuff, getting the ball into the lane, finding the shooter, and hitting the shots. It's not complicated, but both teams really have some good fundamentals there as far as what they're looking for offensively. And in this era of three-point shooting, I mean, it's kind of the way we do it now.
And a good shot from a solid shooter tonight. So Hockinson looking for a response as they are now down by 10. David looking to push again. David, pass out. Garces Armstrong, second time. Nothing there, but Legeiter is able to pull down that rebound. Garces Armstrong, pull up three. That is way off. And Hockinson gets the rebound. So Hockinson in need of a bucket here. They have gone without a field goal for quite some time.
Yeah, that Hudson's Bay zone pushing them farther and farther out.
Three is off. Rebound inside. Lytle too far under the basket, and that's nearly stolen by Greer.
Now, while we make this up, I was going to wait for a timeout, but we haven't had any. Jordan, you know Coach Will Jones over there on the Hudson's Bay sideline. He was your coach last year at Columbia
He
River.
was, yeah, back when I was a high school player, which no longer applies. But, yeah, he coached at Columbia River High School and now has gotten the opportunity to coach for the Hudson's Bay boys. And
I know he enjoyed being at Columbia River with the girls team. You guys,
he certainly did, yeah.
You know, had a really competitive team year in and year out, but he's a staff member here at Bay and wanted to be closer to home, and I understand that.
Yeah, and you know, I did enjoy, you know, my time with him being a coach. I think he balanced everything out very well, and, you know, obviously our success speaks for itself. So. And
I work with a lot of the coaches around the league for this job, and you know, he's always one of the more accommodating coaches. Really takes time to appreciate what we do and, you know, what people do. So he's a real pleasure.
But tonight he has an opportunity, along with Coach Scott Weaver for the Hawks, to get everybody some playing time and be able to run some plays and just treat this as a high intensity practice, you know, for whatever that's worth. So,
in an odd way, it's almost fitting for this year of basketball in May to have, you know, a weird game that's just kind of for fun, just because basketball is fun. I mean, it's not what they wanted, obviously, but
no.
You make do with what you get. Kind of like, you know, it's a metaphor for what's happening in our lives right now.
Finkline, another bucket, 12 points for him. And it's weird to see there has not been a free throw attempt all game. We will not see one tonight, so a very odd phenomenon. Three-pointer for Finn, he gets it in.
I think he was just on the line there.
It's hard to tell from up here, but he did score, so.
Yeah, good extra pass there from David.
Gordon in the fast break. Gordon settles for a mid-range jumper. Isaac Finn gets the bucket.
I think the pace has slowed down a little bit for both these teams with no timeouts and a lot of running.
Not a lot of breaks. And stolen away from David is Winecoop. Winecoop kicks out. Three-pointer, that's good from Clote.
Yeah, Clote did a really good job of setting his feet, taking his time, shooting it in rhythm.
Up top and alone. David, another deep three. David can't get a home bounce.
David with a wide base on his jump shot there. That's one of the reasons he can shoot it from so deep, because he shoots half of his shot with his legs.
And he's been shooting a little strong from deep tonight, but
oh my goodness! What else? What else could happen? What else could happen? Did somebody lean against the lights? That had to be it, right? Somebody just lean back, turn the lights on.
So we have a little bit of a light show in the middle of this unorthodox second half.
And I don't know if you could see on television, but the Hockinson player hit the three-pointer in the dark. I don't know if they did count the basket.
That was Clote.
Clote hit the three, and that was the second in a row, was it not?
That's the second three of the game. I don't know if he hit two in a row.
Side just a moment ago.
So Eagles holding on to an 8-point lead. It's been cut down from the 10-point lead that was earlier. Stolen, and Hockinson will look to slow it down. Kick outside, pump fake. Nice layup inside with the finesse. That's Daniel Yort. Garces Armstrong, floater, too strong, tip, no good. Johnson gets the rebound. Yort gets it stolen from him, but it's thrown right back to Johnson. Rapid fire, all day to shoot. Step back three, bang! Matt Clote hits another three as pump fake and a step back and a couple rapid fire plays right there.
Yeah, all of a sudden a 10-point lead goes to three.
Garces Armstrong looking for a response. And hits nothing there but the bottom of the net.
But not in the way you want.
Not in the ideal sense. Clote will try another three.
Wow.
He checkers up and in. Clote with 3 threes in a row. And he has 4 for the game.
Tie ball game. This is incredible. What a comeback.
Stolen by Finkline. Finkline layup. Fixes the net on the way down.
Wow. 12-point run here. Kind of like the end of the second quarter. We saw Hudson's Bay up, and then Hockinson went on a run. Let's see if they can close it out.
Garces Armstrong stuck in the corner. Floater. Nothing there. Johnson gets a rebound. In and out. Scoop layup. Can't get the bounce.
So where's Hudson's Bay going to get its offense from here? Well, not there.
And that layup gets in for Yort. Right now, the 2 big offensive forces, Gordon and David, on the bench for Bay with 1:50 left to go. Greer gets it to Garces Armstrong. Garces Armstrong's been a little on and off all night. Miniweather will take the 3. Johnson corrals yet again another rebound, his 7th for the game. Clote.
Obviously, you know, the 2 big scores for Bay out. It's a scrimmage. I don't know if this is Bay's way of saying, hey, everybody have some fun, or.
Rebound to Garces Armstrong. Bay not making any kind of move to sub in either Gordon or David. Miniweather gets a much-needed bucket, his 2nd 3 of the game. Eagles down by 1, about a minute to go in this basketball game. Yort in the corner, works that baseline and ends up passing it to his coach on the other end of the floor. So a turnover.
Under a minute to go, 1-point game. If this were a real game, I think we'd feel a little tension in the air, but I feel for these guys, it's just trying to finish strong and not worrying so much about the score.
Greer kicks it to Garces Armstrong. That's at his knees, though. And 30 seconds left to go. Hockinson with the advantage. Yort will try a 3. Off the rim. Miniweather can't get it. Johnson gets the rebound.
So no fouling here. There's no shot clock. Shot clock's off, but there's no point in fouling because there's no free throws. So I think Hockinson can just dribble this one out. Oh, or heave it.
And both Coach Jones and Coach Weaver had some words during that possession.
I think they were discussing
regarding
how are we going to end this
ending the game.
Yeah.
So
it's a tie game. Did they make it a tie game? Did they add a point?
They made it a tie game.
And they've added
2 minutes.
Excuse me, 2 minutes.
So it looks like we might get a version of overtime.
This is great. A little bonus basketball. Why not? You know.
A little additional basketball. So it looks like now we have Isaiah David and Joey Gordon back into the game. And so, again, we get 2 minutes tie game, so it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a practice overtime for both teams. A great opportunity. So 2 minutes in the form of a fourth quarter.
Yeah,
I can't say I've ever called a game quite like this before, but it is entertaining to watch nevertheless. Turnover right off the bat as Lytle put a little too much heat onto it.
It's like going to 24-hour fitness and watching a game, but they're actually good at basketball.
A little less ball hogging in this game. Garces Armstrong to Miniweather up top. Gordon on the baseline, too much. And he misses everything. So a minute 20 left to go. The score remains tied. Thought about a three is Clote.
Heard someone in the crowd yell, he's a shooter, gotta get up. From that,
he shoots the three and he hits it.
That was beyond the red line. That's insane.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the game.
Of the half.
A three in response, off the backboard, no good from Garces Armstrong.
I wonder if shots like this in this made-up game, if he makes those, does that give him the green light in real games as the season progresses? Why not?
Let's see if he does it again. He thought about it. 36 seconds. He's from near half court. I'm just expecting him to shoot at any time. Gordon ends up with the steal instead. Gordon drives inside. Reverse layup is good.
I feel like Clote should have let him dunk it there.
I mean, yeah, give him the space he needs. Go ahead.
This is a favor to our television audience.
So there's some stoppage of play here, as technically there are 25.7 seconds left on the clock. I think a timeout, quote unquote, has been called. So
hey, you know, while we're talking here, we normally do our crew cam. We should get our crew cam in here, guys. We have students working all over this game tonight on cameras, directing. They're running replays. They're doing graphics. Tonight we've got, I think, 7 or 8 students on crew. I think this might be our biggest basketball crew of the year. They're doing such a good job bringing this game to us. There's students from all over the district who are earning school credit to help bring all this great sports action to our community. So thanks, crew. There's Caleb down there we just saw a moment ago. So anyway, back to basketball.
Hockinson leads by 1. Ball's almost out of bounds. And layup up and in. Hawks lead by 3 as Lytle puts another one on. And Gordon, another strong move to the basket.
I wish they would have gone for 3. I would have loved to have seen a second overtime here. Looks like they called a timeout for one more possession. I like the bending of the rules here just to do what's fun. You know what I mean?
Just to put everybody in the most interesting position, which doesn't normally happen in live games. So right now, for anyone who's viewing, Mac Clote holds the game high 19 points, 5 threes right now.
Yeah, and almost all of these points coming in the second half too. Coach just said maybe shoot, or maybe he was holding back in the first half.
He's really come alive.
He wasn't missing in the first half. He just wasn't shooting in the first half, and so we've seen him get aggressive.
Well, on the other end, Joey Gordon with 16 points. I don't think it's going to matter as Hawkinson's just playing keep away right now. Finkline dribbles it out, and that will conclude this basketball game as the Eagles and Hawks will call that a night as the Hawks win it by 1. So let's take a look at some highlights real quick. That's Gordon, his first and only 3 of the game. There's the lob he had to Miniweather. Beautiful play.
There's Yort.
And David with a nice night as well. Inside is Finn. He had a couple streaks of buckets. And then we move in to the Clote highlights.
Up there we lost the lights. Yeah, that basket
He nails the 3 on that one. You can see, if you have a decent television, you can see it go in. And there's him from beyond the red line for 3. And an excellent basketball game for Clote as he pulls together a 19-point and 5-rebound affair.
Hey, you know, this game didn't count, but we have next week 2 games that, gosh, I hope do. Boys basketball next Monday, Skyview versus Camas. That game starts at 7 p.m. live from Skyview High School. Camas looking tough this year. Skyview, as usual, good team. On Thursday, we'll be back at Skyview for girls basketball, Skyview versus Union. That game also starts at 7 p.m. And Jordan, you're doing both of those games, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe I'm doing the 24th. So yeah, I'll see you for one of those Skyview games and get to see Camas in person as well.
And the great Julie Pagel will be doing that second game. So we have a lot of fun basketball coming for you. And then we also, the week after that, we're going to be at Fort Vancouver, which will be a lot of fun. We'll see the Hudson's Bay girls, and we will see, some other team.
There will be another team playing Hudson's Bay, hopefully.
Fort Vancouver.
Hopefully somebody will show up, unfortunately, unlike the rest tonight. Not to throw shots, but anyway, that will bring this game to a close. So a little bit of a odd game, but nevertheless very entertaining as the Hawks eke out a 1-point lead after a series of very entertaining plays that normally would take several high school games to culminate. But today we got a full scoop of 2A GSHL basketball. So we want to thank you for joining us tonight on this broadcast. On behalf of everyone behind the scenes, I'm Jordan Ryan with Nick Full. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the studio.